A woman doesn't test a man to break him. She tests to see if he can hold his frame. When a woman tests you, she's not being difficult. She's searching for certainty. Testing is how a woman asks, "Can I trust your strength when mine falters?" Every test is a silent question. Are you who you say you are? She tests your patience to measure your presence. When she challenges your words, she's craving alignment between your talk and your walk. Her tests are the storms that reveal whether your foundation is real or just surface. A confident man doesn't fear her tests. He welcomes them as an invitation to lead. She may push your buttons just to see if you can control your own emotions. Her emotional turbulence is often a test of your calm. If you react, she pulls away. If you remain centered, she draws closer. She tests to feel safe in your consistency. To her, your ability to handle pressure reflects your ability to protect. She doesn't want to dominate you. She wants to know she doesn't have to. Women don't test to hurt you. They test to see if they can surrender to you. Her tests are a dance, not of control, but of trust. If she's testing, it means she still cares. Indifference means it's over. Passing her test is not about winning. It's about staying grounded in who you are. She may stir the waters, not to drown you, but to see if you'll float. When you pass her test, you unlock her heart. What seems like drama is often a woman's way of asking, will you choose peace or chaos? She doesn't need you to fix her. She needs you to feel her without losing yourself. A test isn't rejection. It's an invitation to step into higher masculine energy. She tests your integrity by observing your actions when it's hard. Can you love her even when she's unlovable? That's often the biggest test. If you crack under pressure, she questions your leadership. She may argue with you not to fight, but to connect through truth. Behind every test is the question, will you lead? Or will I have to? Her test is a mirror. Pass it, and she sees herself safe in your reflection. A woman doesn't want a perfect man. She wants a man who's real, centered, and steady. She pushes boundaries to see if you respect your own. If you avoid confrontation, you fail her unspoken test of courage. Her tests are emotional, because her world is emotional. She'll test your consistency, because inconsistency terrifies her. She may trigger your ego, just to meet your soul. Women test not to manipulate, but to understand the depth of a man's emotional maturity. Every time you pass her test, her feminine relaxes. When you fail the test, she steps into masculine, and the polarity dies. She doesn't want control. She wants to trust your control. You are tested not to be punished, but to prove your power. A woman needs to know your love doesn't vanish with discomfort. Her test is the fire. Your confidence is the flame. She'll test your truth by shaking your world. Don't fall. Rise. What you call drama, she calls emotional security checks. She might pretend to walk away, just to see if you'll chase with clarity or chaos. A woman tests your boundaries because she's trying to understand her own. Only a weak man sees her tests as threats. A strong man sees them as opportunities. Her tests are silent auditions for the role of protector. She doesn't need dominance. She needs reassurance that your leadership is real. Behind the test is always the question, can you hold me emotionally? She doesn't test you for perfection. She tests for presence. She needs to see that your values don't shake when her emotions do. A woman's test isn't about control. It's about calibration. She's not trying to break your ego. She's trying to see if your soul is intact. The more emotional she gets, the more grounded you must become. Your silence during her storm speaks louder than your words ever could. The true test of masculinity is not in strength, but in emotional resilience. A woman tests to see if you run when it gets hard or rise when it matters. She's not being irrational. She's asking you to read between her lines. If you pass her test, she'll follow your lead with her whole heart.